Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review, and I am your host, the Report of the Week. It's a rainy Monday. I think you can see and maybe even hear the rain a little bit, and I'm wearing my rainy day attire. I have the raincoat busted out, and it's very, very useful. There's a tropical storm passing through, so it's been raining all day, and it's definitely a raincoat type of day. Want to keep the goods protected, you know. And, well, I thought it was also going to be a suitable day for a Taco Bell review, because, as the popular saying goes, when it rains, you just want Taco Bell. First and foremost, before we get on to anything else, I know we've had a lot of new people checking out the channel lately, and I just wanted to welcome any new viewers and subscribers. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the channel, and hope you enjoy this food review. It's great to have you here. Now, today's review is for a new Taco Bell item, and Taco Bell, I think we all know at this point, releases new items at an extraordinary pace. This is the new Beefy Potato Rito from Taco Bell. It's the Potato Rito, Potato Dash Rito, and, well, this comes with seasoned beef, cheese, potatoes, nacho cheese sauce, and chipotle sauce for the price of $1. Alright, now with that being said, I think this is one of those things that, you know, they want to try a little bit of everything when it comes to it. They want to throw in some of the beef there, they want to throw in some of the cheese there, they want to get some potatoes in there too, and, you know, hey, let's just make it a little bit of a mixture of all the good stuff, right? That's what this apparently is, but it's for the low price of $1. And if there's one thing that we know about Taco Bell, the food might not always be good, but at least it's affordable. So we could always give them credit for that. Now you can see it present here. It's a beefy potato Rito. I imagine in this lighting it probably looks like a blinding white in color, but there it is anyway. You can see it. There it is. There it is. Maybe if we do this, we'll get better lighting for you. There this is. Alright. Well, we can't determine much from it, except it's wrapped in this thing. So, we're just going to have to try it and then examine it as a cross-section and really just see how it tastes. We know what's in it. You know what's in it. I know what's in it. We all know what's in it. Now you know what's in it too, over there. Good. So, let's just eat it. The Beefy Potato Rito from Taco Bell, going in. Looks disgusting, doesn't it? Kinda does, though. I mean, you look at all that slop in there. But, you know, that's Taco Bell. What, you know, you come here, we expect this. That's just the nature of the Taco Bell. That's where Taco Bell gets you. It looks, sometimes, not always, but sometimes, it looks terrible. You know, it looks, I mean, utterly rancid, but it ends up actually tasting good. This is really the epitome of not judging a book by its cover. That's where this really stands. We'll take, one more bite, I'd say. I think I've gotten a sufficient filling. And in typical Taco Bell style, I'm going to wash it down with some Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Now, this has to be one of the most thrilling pieces of food I've ever eaten. Okay? I mean, look at it this way. This has it all. What other thing will you eat that comes with cheese, tortilla, beef, potato, and chipotle sauce, all mixed into one? And what else would you eat that when you first take that bite, it's wrapped up in a tortilla like a little gift, and you bite into it, and it looks terrible? Then it has the twists and turns. This is what leads up now to just the zenith of your eating experience. Okay? Doesn't actually taste that terrible. I mean, thrilling is an understatement. It's the best thing to say. If you couldn't tell, that was a heavily sarcastic, fueled description, but in all honesty, to be serious, it wasn't actually that bad. I was a little perturbed when I saw what it looked like, and maybe, because when you see something that looks like this pool of filth wrapped in a tortilla, it doesn't look appetizing. That's the honest truth. It doesn't look like it's something that you really want to take another bite of. Disgusted me when I saw what it looked like wrapped in there. But then I took those bites, and then I tried it. And you know what? It didn't taste bad. If there's one thing that I wish I could have tasted more of, it would be more potato. Because it calls itself the Beefy Potato Rito. And of course you expect potato. This isn't something new that they have at Taco Bell, the concept of adding potatoes to things. I think they have a little, like a kind of potato griller type of thing, where they got the potatoes wrapped already up in a tortilla. But I wish I could have tasted more of that. You can taste a little chunk of it here and there, but those chunks are rather few and far between, and I thought, potatoes are I thought they were cheap. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I was under the impression that they were incredibly cheap. So I don't really see whacking on it as a cost-cutting measure at all. But could do better with a little bit more potato in there, because when they put such an emphasis on it in the name, and that's supposed to be the signature thing, mixing that beef with the potato there, you expect to at least taste a little bit more potato as well. That's one thing. The beef itself, though, there's a good portion of it, a good helping of it, and it's flavorful, it tastes good. What you would expect from Taco Bell. Granted, this isn't going to be any sort of burger you'd be getting from a steakhouse or anything. It's not like that quality ground beef or anything that's mixed in there. You're not getting that. It's standard Taco Bell quality, which you come to expect, but it's juicy and it's flavorful, teeming with flavor. So it's not bad. It's rather cheesy as well. Comes with the nacho cheese sauce, which kind of adds to, the liquidiness to it, which isn't even that much of a problem. It tastes fine. That's what's important. But you get that cheesiness to it as well. Also has some just little, your standard cheese that you sprinkle on your little grated stuff, or shredded, you could say. That, that's also there. You really can't taste that. The bulk of that cheesiness comes from the nacho cheese, so it really kind of permeates everything there. And then the chipotle sauce, and this is the little, as they say at Taco Bell, the chipotle on top. When instead of saying the cherry on top, it's the chipotle on top. That's a little inside Taco Bell management joke that they like to say. The chipotle, though, really does add a nice little kind of bit of flavor there. It has a nice little spiciness to it, which is more prominent than you think. And I think that's something that really ties it all together, because otherwise it just seems bland, monotonous, and, well, is it something really new and inventive without that sauce? No, it's not. It just tastes pretty much something. I mean, even though the two may not have already been put together, the potato and the taco meat, it just blends together, and it's rather bland. When you get that spice to it, though, that really kind of gives it a little kick and kind of makes it exciting in a sense. Now I'm going to try it with a little sauce here for the heck of it. Because, wow. Boy, I won the lottery, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Two blank ones. 2 blank packets. This is probably worth several $100,000 right here. You know, it's not like I get one of these every single time I get sauce or anything. So this is rare. This is rare right here. The rare blank fire sauce. It means they have nothing to say. They have no motivational, inspirational, or kind of backhanded, insulting compliments to you written on them. But they just have nothing to say. It's just one of those days. But I don't really think it needs any extra spiciness because the Chipotle sauce takes care of that already. But I think sometimes, you know, we like to sauce it up. We like to do what we got to do with the sauce. So, put a little bit on there. You can see, sauce. Now we got to get water to cool the flames. As I said before, and I was partially correct in that assertion, that doesn't really need the sauce. No, it really doesn't in terms of that spiciness. But if you just want a little bit extra, you want a little bit more heat to it, then I would welcome the addition of fire sauce, mild sauce, or if you want to go hardcore, you can get the Diablo sauce. Those fingers crossed if you're doing that, though. Who knows what's going to happen. But, you know, if you want to spice it up a little bit in the literal sense, then get some sauce. It's free, it's complimentary, and it doesn't hurt. You know, it doesn't hurt. Price-wise for this, $1. For $1, it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. All in all, I'd recommend it. You know, again, it's not perfect. It has a few little issues here and there to it. Could have a little more of this. You know, it may not look the best, but in the end, for $1, it's actually not that bad. Considering what you're paying for it and what you're getting, I'd recommend it. You want to try it, you want to get it. It's nice wrapped up, pretty easy to eat also. So I would recommend to try it out. Therefore, out of 10, I'm going to give the Beefy Potato Rito from Taco Bell, I'm going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. I think it deserves that rating. Again, you're paying $1 for it, and, you know, you're getting more than $1's worth out of it, and I think, again, it has its faults, but it also has some benefits, too. Well, that's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and today's review is for the Beefy Potato Rito from Taco Bell. We'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Take care, and have a pleasant early start to your week.